Josephine, and I'm really bored right now, and I can't think of what else to do, and this is the only idea I have for a video. I'm going to read you guys Walt Disney's The Sword and the Stone. Just to warn you guys, I may sound weird because I'm like a really slow reader, so sorry if I sound funny. Okay, so I'm going to get started. Wart was a lowly page living in a great stone castle of Sir Ector. Nobody called Wart by his proper name, which was Arthur. Everyone just called him Wart. So, here's the picture. Sorry, my camera's a little blurry, so you can't see the character's face. Sir Ector had a big, lazy son named Kay who liked to stretch out in the sun and doze. His favorite spot was the grassy bank near the drawbridge. But poor Wart had to work and work. He scrubbed pans and scored pots in the castle cookhouse. So here is the picture. He helped the castle carpenter. He polished the armor for the armorer. He swept the castle stables clean. Poor Wart, he was all tired out. But one day there was a clap of thunder in the great hall of the castle. There was a puff of smoke, and there stood a strange old man. My name is Merlin. I'm a wizard, he said. Wart needs lessons, so I have come. Sir Ector and Kay laughed and hooted. Lessons? What does Wart need lessons for? Go away, old man, said Sir Ector. Merlin waved his wand, and right there inside the great hall began to snow. It snowed and it snowed and it snowed. Well, Sir Ector soon changed his mind. He let Merlin stay on and said, "Give Wart lessons if you like." Nobody understood why Wart needed lessons, but Merlin began to give him lessons. He led him down to the moat one day, and Merlin waved his wand. Wart began to shrink. He shrank smaller and smaller. Suddenly he changed into a little fish and fell into the water. At first it was great fun. Then a big fish came along. The big fish wanted to catch the little fish for lunch. Poor little Wart, what could he do? He used his head. He hid in a clump of weeds so the big fish couldn't find him. Very good, said Merlin. You learned your lesson, Wart. When in trouble, you will use your head. Merlin kept on with the lessons. One day he changed Wart into a squirrel. As a squirrel, Wart stored nuts in a tree. He learned to be ready for what tomorrow might bring. Another time Merlin changed him into a bird. As a bird, he flew high in the sky, and seeing the world from way up there, he learned many things. Wart grew wiser and wiser, but still nobody understood. Why did Wart need lessons? Just a page, sorry. One wintry day, a knight came to the castle. He brought news of a great tournament to be held in London. The winner could be crowned king of all England. A tournament's the thing we need to choose an English king, said Sir Ector. He thought that Kay would win. And so they all rode off. Kay sat on a prancing horse. His armor glistened in the sunlight, but Wart was just a lowly squire. He rode a plodding donkey all the way to London town. Oops. I forgot to show you guys the picture, sorry. After many days and many nights, they came at last to the tournament field. There was a blast of trumpets, and the tilting started. Kay smiling proudly, soon with the spear and the sword, he would fight to win the crown. Suddenly, Wart ran from the field. He had forgot Kay's sword. It was back at the inn where they had slept. Wart ran as fast as he could, but when he got there to the inn, it was closed. Poor Wart, could he find a sword? He ran and ran. He ran. In the churchyard where he saw a marble stone. On it stood a steel anvil, and stuck through the anvil was a gleaming sword. His sword, Wart quickly pulled it out and quickly carried it back to the tournament. But that's not Kay's sword, cried the rector when he saw it. Then he saw some letters written in gold on the sword. This is what the letters said. Whoso pulleth out the sword of the stone and anvil is rightwise king born of England. Sir Ector read that, and so did all the other noblemen. Now they knew the tournament wasn't the thing whereby to choose a king. The sword was. But how could Wart have pulled it out? There must be some mistake. They all went back to the churchyard. Wart put it back in the sword back in the stone. Everyone but the sword wouldn't move. Only Wart could pull it out again. So it was no mistake. The kings must be wise. Kings must know many things. How could Wart be king? Wart was wise enough, and he knew enough. For that's what the lessons had been for, to prepare Wart to be king. And Wart became a great king known forever as King Arthur. So that's basically my story time. Thank you guys for watching. I only did this because I couldn't think of what else to do. Goodbye.